Hello everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the best Reddit answers being read to you. Enjoy! If your pet had a pet peeve, what would it be? The mailman still showing up every day, after clearly telling him that he is not welcome here. The audacity. Harry Potter and the audacity of this tramp. You make me go ha ha. Good job. Seeing any of the bottom of the food bowl. Yes. Seeing the bottom of the food bowl is apparently a dire kitty emergency. Especially at 2 a.m. Or the door being closed. My cat hates closed doors. He will cry until you open it and then not even go in. My dog hates that raspberry sound people make with their lips. He will charge across the room, jump in my lap, pretend he's going to bite me, then lick my face. Then glare at me. If I do it again, he will leave the room. Somehow he leaves the impression he has gone to call someone and complain. My cat hates the sound of someone blowing air, even if it's not reaching him. He hates being blown on so much that if he even hears the sound, he comes running to glare at whoever is doing it. This is the same cat that complains meows every time someone sneezes. So much angst. My dog lies down with his legs pointing backwards, making his rear look like a cooked chicken, so I grab his legs and yell, "Chicken legs." Let me tell you, he does not like that. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Your dog's legs look like rotisserie chicken. This killed me. Am dead now. My friend's Cockatiel gets mad when you don't let him play with your feet. Cockatiels have a weird foot fetish. No, seriously, Google it. Cockatiels are so much personality stuffed in a tiny fragile body. I had one growing up that loved seafood and landed on the table during dinner, grabbed a lobster claw / leg / thing, and tried to run off with it. Of course, her run was more like an awkward waddle because the lobster claw was almost 2x her body length. People who show up unannounced. That's one of mine too. Quick tip here, if you don't want people to show unannounced, start stalking. Soon you'll have destroyed every relationship you have and no one will disturb you. The real LPT is always in the comments. My dog has a sensitive butthole and refuses to poop on a lawn unless it is cut to the correct length and has a proper grass consistency. He's got refined taste. You dropped this. It took me like 30 seconds to realize what was going on, and once I did, I started laughing like a hyena. She does, actually. My cat does not like when I play air drums. When I do, she comes over and sits on my feet, or gently places her paw on my hand. Please stop, human. I'm trying to sleep. Human. Human. The fly got away minutes ago. Stop batting at the air, there's nothing left to catch. She doesn't bother trying to catch flies. She's a spoiled little princess. She sits there and waits for me to catch it so she can go back to sleep. The wife Andy moving our legs in bed. He growls and adjusts like a crabby old man. It's hilarious. Like it's his bed. My dog literally grumbles like a cranky old lady whenever I do this. And if I love too much, she gets fed up and will leave. Haha, mine grumbles too and also leaves. Not a growl, but like if a dog could sigh with distaste. She then hops off the bed, gives you a "this is what I have to deal with" glare, and sleeps in her crate instead. Her human turning the light on in the room she is sleeping in. Corollary, when I decide to play 10 minutes of Candy Crush before bed. If I sit up in bed and pull out the tablet, my dog leaves the bedroom to sleep in the living room instead. My dog leaves the room when I sit down in bed with my tablet, too, but for a very different reason. You have clearly reached a mutual agreement with your dog. Getting picked up. My dog Snoopy absolutely hated getting picked up, so much so that he gave up on getting up on the bed when he was too old to climb up on his own. The one time he let me pick him up in his old age was one of the last nights we had together. He had a giant tumor that needed surgery, and the night before that he let me pick him up and put him on the bed with me. I spent that whole night watching him sleep, and even took this video of him dreaming. He was my best friend for almost 17 years, and I think he just wanted to give me one last night together before he was gone. I also took this picture of the two of us, which I cherish very much. When I pluck the fur clumps. It's so satisfying though. Yup, my dog hates it. I've been working on brushing her more often though, so that they don't show up to begin with. My cat 100% has a pet peeve. It's when I call her the baby like I'm talking to a baby. Tippy, who's the baby? Then she angrily flicks her tail and runs off. Have you ever told her she's the baby? Maybe she hates it because the question has been hanging unanswered for so long. I do. One follow it up with tips the be and she hates that just as much. Anybody being in the pool. He fell in when he was a puppy and since then he has barked and growled at people who get into the pool. If you go underwater he jumps in and tries to help you, but ends up scratching you with his claws. He is a pure breed German Shepherd, and a big one at that. He hates snapping noises. If I snap a few times in a row, he'll snort and stomp his foot at me. He's a rabbit by the way. I read snapping turtles and thought it was quite understandable. Oddly specific, but understandable. Mr. Kitty loves his jeweled collar, with its faux jewels of different colors gleaming in the light. He wears it proudly. However, he refuses to wear any other type of color. It's got to have multicolored jewels, or he rose in protest to anything else. It's called fashion. Look it up, human. What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.